Hello students, today we're going to be drawing this beautiful turkey for Thanksgiving. Since Thanksgiving is around the corner and we're gonna do this one and then we're gonna do lots of textures, and we're today learning all about textures. And she looks like something that you could see from sewing, like stitches for textures. It could be wall hanging, a fabric hanging, or it could be a design for a patchwork, like a cover for a pillow, for example, or something nice. These look like buttons, and it would make a beautiful card. So let's get started. First thing we're gonna start is we're gonna put our finger in the middle of the paper and make a dot, and that's gonna be our beak. And beak is like a letter V. We're going to start with a beak, letter V, and a long letter U because turkeys have, underneath their beak, they have, what is it called? It's called wattle. So this is a wattle, what they have underneath their beak. Then we're going to make a big kind of U, but we're going to start with two lines and a long neck, so it looks like a cup or wine glass, but also like a letter U, and a long neck. Okay, so next part, we got everything done. There's also, turkeys also have what we talk about a snood, and it's just over their nose, over the beak. So the beak, this is the wattle underneath, and snood, S-N-O-O-D, is just over the beak there for the anatomy of the turkey. So it's called snood, S-N-O-O-D, snood. This one is called wattle. And next, we're going to draw a head. So it's going to be a round. The head has a round edge like this. And then it's like an oval. And then the head on top can be, you can even do a longer, like a top head style. Those are cute. And if you're making a female turkey, you can even give it a little flower on top of the head for celebrations, if it's a lady turkey. So male turkeys, they are called toms or gobbler, and female turkeys have these feathers here, these ones. It looks like a fan, upside down fan. It has a lot of little U's that are just baby lines, like a fan upside down. And this one is called T-U-F-T, tuft of feathers. Or sometimes they call it beard. So the feathers that are like tuft, like a fan, upside down fan here, is called a tuft or a beard. Then we're going to do wings. So we know how wide the body is. These are cute and small. We are going to go straight diagonal lines in opposite direction, going up like this. Then come around round on both sides, a round shape, like almost letter V or U upside down on the side. And then the same U shapes, but it's rainbow shapes now, like an angel wing going down this way. Just bunch of rainbow shapes going all the way down to the other side. Okay, we're gonna be doing a lot of this shape. That shape that we use is like letter U, or just like letter U or upside down, it's a letter like a rainbow shape, or N. It looks like N. Okay, so far we have the wings. Okay, we have the snoot, the tuft, or the beard that looks like an upside down fan. We have the head. We have the wings. Okay, we are using a lot of these shapes, which create the wings and the feathers. The back feathers, they're fan shaped, like a fan too. So it looks like a fan when you're fanning yourself when you're too hot. It looks like a fan shaped feathers. So first, we're just gonna do the small feathers. These are actually like this. They're like layered really thickly over each other, almost like you would see shingles on a roof. That's why we call this lesson Texture Turkey, because there's going to be lots of textures. This makes it look like these are coming over each other, overlapping, which creates the vision of the texture. So it's a lot of these shapes over and over and over. So you're building one over the other, just like shingles on a roof, or in a fish, it would be the scales on the body of the fish. Okay, so you're going to be doing a lot of these. These are the feathers in the back. They start like this. You're going to just do the rainbow shape, oval from one side to another. Just like this. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then do one over the feathers like this. And then make a point, like measure from here to here, and about the same side, make a point here. So about the same distance from the top of the head to the bottom of the turkey's body. If I take this glue stick, it's about the same distance with the head and the head to the second part of the body. The body is about the same distance. So let's use the glue stick. So I think I had to do a little bit more, but I'll just leave it this way for me. It doesn't have to be exact. And you're going to go do those same ovals, U shapes, all the way down on both sides until you come to making little feet. They're like little triangles, but they're very pointed. Okay, so sometimes you can even do a nail on top of them that's a little bit sharp. That's how turkeys find their food. They're scratching the ground like this, and they're finding some worms in the earth, in the soil. Okay, you can put some lines on top of their feet. You can make them longer, like that, because all the feathers are behind them too. Now don't forget to put all these amazing heels like fish scale like textures of feathers, because they are overlapping very thickly. When I show you pictures of real turkey and we zoom on those feathers, you see what I mean. They're really thick here. They're very rich colors of neutral colors of browns and almost gold and copper tones and tan. It's really, really pretty. And then after that, we're ready to go do our fan-shaped feathers, the long feathers. They're basically a long, elongated oval, like with a kind of a point to it, like an eye. If you were looking at it like this, it almost looks like an eye. Okay? Like an almond shape. This is an almond shape. And so do two on each side so you can be symmetrical. Do two like right next to the head. Then do small ones at the end so it's symmetrical. so it kind of touches the end of the paper. And then fit another, I can fit 2 here because I have enough space. So each one is slightly bigger going up. So I'm going to start with a medium one and then slightly bigger this way. And now we have to fit these feathers behind the turkey. So we're not going to draw it on top of the turkey's face. We're going to draw it like this, and then we're going to go behind, and we're not going to draw the part that would overlap the face. We're going to leave the face alone. Same thing here. So don't draw the feather over the face. It's behind the face. And that's pretty much it. Other than eyes, you can choose any kind of eyes you like. As far as large or big or cute or long or eyelashes for a lady, any way you like to decorate it. I'm doing a couple of heels here that the turkey is standing on. You can also do little dots, a little indications of feathers here on the bottom. And then you can copy Happy Thanksgiving. So we're going to copy Happy, H-A-P-Y, and then Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. Exclamation mark. Happy Thanksgiving. This is the basic. Now, when you color, I would like you to do a lot of textures. These just show you the line. I made mine look like patchwork. So it looks like it was sewn on. If you like that look, you can finish by putting some X's and dots, as if it was a pillow fiber art, and or a grandma's bed cover. Those were made by hand and stitched together over long winter months when there were no work in the fields. And grandmas or moms would use recycled fabrics, little squares, and they would sew them together. And each square would have a different picture, a different memory. And they would be given to a baby for baby script, for a gift. When a baby was born, it was very, very special gift. It was all handmade. But don't forget to do a lot of textures for your texture turkey. And now it's your turn to cover it up. And if you like to decorate it with any buttons like these, that's up to you. But I'm going to end the video now, and now it's your turn to start coloring.